Well, it's time for a launch of a brand new collection, but today I wanted to show you all the bits and pieces of this. Christmas Cardinals is what we're all about, and as you can see, there are 6 items in this collection, but let me scoot these over and get you started with the 12 by 12s. Now, there are 12 sheets. They are double-sided, and there are also 50 cutouts, but let me give you a look at every single one of these sheets because they are pretty wonderful. So here's the first one, as you can tell, and on the back side, this is what we have. So we've got lots of snowflakes. Here we go, beautiful. Now for scrapbookers, this is obvious where you're going to put your photos, but for card makers, you can cut this up into 4 different pieces and make 4 different cards, and you're going to have a beautiful red cardinal in every single one. Here's on the back side, you kind of have a ghosted wreath in the center. Here we have the cardinals playing in the trees and with a birdhouse with some snow on it and that very pretty gold border. Here on the back, we have the gold border again with a lighter image. And we did add a snowman because that would be fun with the cardinals. And on the back, we have that little border, so that's really pretty. Now we have some of our larger cutouts, and there are 2 borders in this. These make great card toppers. They also make very pretty pieces if you're doing junk journals or you're doing Christmas tags perhaps, or even in scrapbooking. And we've left some so that you've got room to add your greeting or dazzles or whatever. And there's the back side. More of the cutouts, as you can see. Most of them have greetings, but some we've left with just the art. That way you can layer them and do some fun things. And they're on the back side. Now, we also have you might have noticed as I showed you these that I didn't have them micro-perfed. They don't come joined anymore. They come separate sheets, so that's something new. We're always looking for new things, aren't we? And because this is hot off the press, you're going to have ideas on the package, but let me show them to you. Here is the scrapbook page. And isn't that fun? So you can see it's on the sheet with the snowman and cardinal with the die cuts, with the cutting dies I'll show you in a minute. This is with the chipboard, made very snowy with the snow marker that's brand new. And isn't this fun? Just absolutely lovely. And there's also a card on the back of the package, but you'll be able to see that. Now to coordinate with this, we have our Christmas solid cardstock. Same idea, same weight of paper. It's a nice sturdy weight, and you're going to get 2 each of these. In total, you're going to get 12 colors. So on one side we have the bright red, on the other side we have a burgundy. Then we have a kind of a medium blue with a light blue on the back, a dark green with a light green on the back, a little bit darker blue with a teal on the back, a brown with tan on the back, black, and a white on the back of that. Again, you're going to get 2 of each one. It's going to pair perfectly with our patterned cardstock. Now, speaking of patterned cardstock, we also have the 6 by 6. Now, it's the exact same imagery that I just shared with you. And let me show you. So here we go. So 6 by 6, you're going to get 4 of each design. And that means you're also going to get 100 cutouts. And there's the back side. There's that wreath and the back side. And we have the birdhouse or the cardinal house in the lighter blue. We've got our snowman and our cardinals. The cardinals are great for Christmas because they're just that bright red. We've got the berries and the vines. Here we have some of the cutouts. These are the larger ones. And on the back, that beautiful tan color. And then we have the other cutouts on top of the snows. And as always, because this is hot off the press, there is an idea on the back. And let me show that to you. We have it right here. Merry Christmas. And with some of our dazzle snowflakes and some ribbon added. Really, really nice. Okay, now we'll go into the die cuts. Now the die cuts, there are 31. There are 2 different sheets. and they look exactly like this. And they're just going to pop right out, just no problem. And on this package, we offer 2 ideas. In fact, this is one of them. You can see that big die cut and another one on top of, this is one of the large cutouts, and the dazzles just add a beautiful border. And here is another one. In fact, you can see it on the package, and isn't that just lovely? The die cut is here and here. Some of the corner dazzles just add some shine to this lovely piece. Okay, we don't want to forget, of course, the cutting dies. And here it is. There are 11 of them, and we've done something different with these. So starting with this collection, we have something that we're calling thin cuts. And you can really see it on this project. So you see the cardinal right there, and look at the fine lines in the wings. Now those are actually cut into the paper, but they do not separate. So they are what we call thin cuts. Now, Merry Christmas there. She's added some dazzles in the berries. And this is on our basic crosshatch base. So it's just really fun. And where do you write your message? Well, you write it on the back. Whoops, let me take that message off. And as you can see, there's one of the cutouts. And this is going to, of course, fold flat for mailing, and it will fit into our envelopes. The last thing we have in this collection, certainly not the least, is our chipboard. There are 16 pieces in this. And again, because it's hot off the press, you're going to get an idea, but let me show that to you up close and personal. So there is the cardinal. I think the holiday joy with that little cardinal is great in there. We've got some pine boughs, some pine cones, and just lots of things in there. We started the thin cuts with our chipboard. Again, it just gives so much more detail, and quite frankly, it makes when you color them just far more professional looking. They're not just an outline, you now have the detail at no extra cost, of course. So there's that little snowman that Debbie used on the page. So that's our brand new collection, our last collection for Christmas. We call it Christmas Cardinals with 12 by 12 patterned, and we have 12 by 12 solid. We have 31 die cuts, we have the chipboard, and we have the cutting dies, and we have the 6 by 6. So you have a wonderful collection for all of your paper crafting needs. Now we will, because we really love our customers, if you have signed up to get our emails, you will have a download of this imagery that you can cut out and use. You can use it as often as you want. We also will have for our VIPs a free package of papers. These will be 6 by 6 papers. You'll get 12 of them, and that is for our VIPs. Now, should you want to get the new collection every single month when we release them, we just do one a month, and it's all of these items. You can get all of them. Maybe not the cutting dies in our I Want It All subscription. You're going to save 20%. Isn't that amazing? Let me just show you again. Save 20%, okay? And you'll get one of everything. You'll get it before the webisode. But if you really want the entire collection, including those cutting dies, we call it I Really Want It All. Now, both of these are over on the right-hand side of your screen. So have a good time with this, and you'll be seeing a webisode shortly. Bye-bye.